Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and in today's video, I'll be doing a solo playthrough of Twilight Inscription. And in this video, I'm going to play on hard mode, and I'm going to be playing as the Titans of Ul. And while I'm here, I'm going to test out some third-party markers, so let's check that out too. Let's get rolling. Alright, so I am all set up to play a game of Twilight Inscription. A couple things to go over before I get started. The first is, since my first video on this where I played Emirates of Hakan, I've found a small errata online for this game specific to solo play. So for stage 5, when you play solo mode, you are supposed to remove this Empire Ascendant special card and then one random strategy card. There are two of them for stage 5. So I don't know which one this is, but I've removed one and Empire Ascendant is out. So you know that when you go into stage 5, the game won't get an extra strategy round. You're going to very quickly hit that war card. So I've made that correction for this video, and it didn't affect my last video with the Emirates of Hakan because I just by chance drew the war card first. And then in this video, I'm going to be trying out these chalk markers that I purchased online. They're, third-party markers, but there were some questions about what do you do with this game after the chalk markers run out and how long are they going to last? I don't know how long they're going to last, but I'm mostly going to play solo and I've got 8 markers, so it should last for a while. But I've seen the question asked, so I purchased these markers on my own. These are Bistro chalk markers. I got this 4-pack with I went for the really bright neon colors, so the yellow, pink, green, and blue. And these are importantly 3mm. So they've got 3mm tips on the end. And so I took calipers out and tried to measure the ones that come with the game, the orange ones. And I think these are probably the best fit. So let's see if I can find a brand on here. At the top here, it says Marvy, Marvy Uchida, Uchida. So this is what this looks like. So we'll see if these work. So I'm going to open these up now. So here we go. And here's the markers. I'm going to prime them because these chalk markers all need to be primed. Now these, when you prime them, it's silent. It just feels like a regular marker. But these other ones are more like a rattle can, like a spray paint can. You can hear they got something in there. So I'm going to prime these. And so these do appear to work. I just did a little test on another sheet off to the side. These were a little bit difficult to get going though. So when I first opened them, it didn't seem to be drawing anything. So I thought maybe it's not working on the surface. I pressed down really hard and I left on a different sheet some permanent indents in the sheet from pressing down. These, I don't know if you can see the little tip on here. It actually goes in. Like it retracts. And so you sort of have to press down and retract as you're priming it. And so it started all white and then it kind of filled with that felt tip, kind of filled with the green color by the end. So anyway, I just did a little test. It did wipe off. So what I'm going to do is I think all the colors are going to work pretty brightly. So I'm going to use one color on each of these sheets, and then I'll use the standard orange up here on this one, just so you can kind of see what third-party markers look like, and we'll see how well they work. I don't know if I guess my main concern is that they're going to wipe off too easily, so hopefully that doesn't mess me up. But we're going to give that a try. And I've only played this game twice now, and I played Emirates of Hakan both times. So first I played on easy, and I scored in the mid to high 90s. And then I played on medium, which was the playthrough I released. And again, I scored right in that same range. So let's look at this little chart here at the back of the book. If I play on hard mode today, it's a loss if I score less than 80. So since I've been scoring in the 90s, I'm going to give that a try. And then if I can, there's some nice little thresholds at 100 and 120. We'll see if I can drive the score up maybe past 100. That would be nice, but I've got to score at least 80. So to set this up for hard mode, I've got to cross out this here and this here, which will make the stage 2 and stage 3 wars a little more difficult. And then the first 2 spaces of each of these goal tracks. So the AI is really going to rush the goals. So what that really means is they're probably going to get these goals before I can get them, and also get to Mechatol Rex first, which is just going to lower the amount of points that I would get for achieving any of those. But the goals we have this time are Prospector, Technocrat, Diversified Production, and Armada. And I think Diversified Production is the only one that is the same as the last video. There are 3 of each of the goals, and I randomized them. So Prospector would have me claim 5 of these planet systems on the navigation sheet. Technocrat is on the expansion sheet. It would have me claim 1 of each of the specialty assets. So you can see there's a blue one here. There's the yellow one. There's a red, there's green and red. So those sort of specialty assets that are used to unlock technologies and a few other things on different boards. Diversified Production has me claim 3 of each of the basic commodities in total. So you could, for example, here get like that's 2 of the circles and 1 cylinder. So it's 2 circles and 1 circle. So that's 3 circles in total, whereas this is 3 single triangles, 3 single diamonds. So once you've claimed 3 commodities of each type on the industry board, you can claim Diversified Production. And then Armada would have you build 6 non-infantry units. And I might have an easier time with that one today because I've decided to play with the Titans of Ul. Now, again, I have not played any Twilight Imperium, but some quick research showed that this is one of the factions that was added with the Prophecy of Kings expansion to Twilight Imperium 4. So I think this is one of the newer factions. So I read their little bio on the back, which is pretty interesting. I do like that that's included. And I picked them for a couple of reasons. One, they seem cool. 2, they're very different than Emirates of Hakan. So Emirates of Hakan was super strong on industry. So I'm going to try and do things other than industry because Hakan was really good at getting the trade goods. I completed all of these tracks here, I think, at the bottom for the 3 different commodities. So the Titans of Ul, they have an ongoing power called Awaken. It's once per round when you unlock a planet, which means on this expansion board here, when you cross off one of these planets, and then you can start interacting with it. When you do that once per turn, you may then build this Hell Titan on your warfare sheet. So that's pretty cool. It's got the same power as a Dreadnought. It's one stronger than a PDS. So I could be, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets I could unlock here. So if I can get 5 Hell Titans, that would be awesome. That would really help my military track. And these are non-infantry, so they should count towards Armada. So that's going to encourage me to unlock all these planets, which will help with warfare. So that's definitely a different feel from Emirates of Hakan. And then the faction ability here, whenever we unlock that symbol, for example, right there on navigation, and I see it up there on expansion, I'm sure there's a couple places, it's there on warfare. Whenever we do that, we get to terraform. So that ability says that we then go to the expansion sheet and cross out all of the resource icons in 1 row or column of an unlocked planet, or erase all marks on an unlocked planet, including on the claimed assets, except for the cost of unlocking it. So actually, that should help with Technocrat. So I could pick this column here if this planet were unlocked and just cross off all 4 of those materials, and then in that case gain the bonus. So just take an unlocked planet, pick 1 row or column, cross off everything, gain the bonus. Or pick an unlocked planet. So say we had already completed everything on this planet and just erase the whole thing, and then you can start claiming those rewards again. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, it's pretty different than playing with Emirates. So I'm looking forward to playing differently. And last thing before I get started is I just want to say I'm playing on the asymmetrical side of the sheets now. And when you do that, you can mix and match. So I've got 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. They don't have to be 1A, 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 or they don't even all have to be on the A side. Really, the B side, the symmetrical side is symmetrical, but it's like a 9th version. So there's 9 versions of each of these boards, and you can mix and match however you want. So you don't have to have a set of 1s, a set of 2s, a set of 3s, etc. You can I could have used 1A and 5A and 2B and 7A or whatever. But I took 1, 2, 3, and 4, all the asymmetrical sides. So that's how I'm set up today. And I think with that, we can get going. I've talked enough and I'd like to play. So let's flip over this first stage 1 event. They're all strategy events in stage 1. And this is first ventures. So we got to select what our active sheet is going to be. We have 3 materials to spend. And what I think I want to do is probably start with navigation because I want to be able to claim a bunch of planets so that I can unlock planets so that I can build up on warfare. So I think I'm going to start with sort of navigation and expansion. I'll be heavy there in order to build some of these Hell Titans on warfare. That's sort of what I'm thinking now. And this is the blue sheet, so I will use the blue chalk marker just to test the contrast. So my 3 materials can be used to explore on this sheet. Materials and research are explore, and then influences to claim systems. So I am going to explore here. I want to get towards that planet. And I really do want this relic, so I will go this way as well. And I kind of think I want to go up this way towards that planet probably. And then going just sort of straight across the map here is probably the best path towards Mechatol Rex. And that would also take me by this faction place here. So yeah, the third expansion line is going to be here. Okay, so now we're going to roll the dice. All right, and we look at the 3 focus dice so we know what to cross off on the AI sheet first. So materials is a double material, so the double material track is this one. Influence is a single influence, so that's going to be the single influence track here. Research is a double research, so that'll be down here. That doesn't come up nearly as often. And the single research track is the one that allows the AI to claim Mechatol Rex. So I've basically got one more turn to be able to do that. And so I've rolled 2 research and 1 influence. And you know what? I'm actually going to spend the 2 research because these are the dice that I have. And oh, before I forget, I did go looking around on the internet, and it looks like people have been taking these black focus die and coloring in the symbols to match these colors here. So coloring these research green, coloring the influence blue, and then if you've got materials, coloring that one pink. I might try that. They've been using, it looks like Sharpie markers. I'm a little bit scared because I'm always scared to modify my board game stuff, but I might do that because that's a really good idea. But anyway, I'm going to spend these 2 research towards this gravity drive technology. 1, 2, because if I can use wormholes early on, I could just go in here and then I can come out really close to Mechatol Rex, and that would be pretty handy. So these are spent, and now I can claim one thing with this influence. And I think I better claim a planet I was going to say, while I can. It's not like I lose the opportunity, but I should claim a planet because I'm going to need it on this board to be able to make expansion work, and that'll help me with warfare. So I'm going to do that now, even though I really want that relic. It's super powerful, but I can always come back and gain the relic later, and I'm sure it'll still be helpful. So that's the end of that card. Let's go to the next one. And we always know that this is the second event in stage 1. It's always Echoes of the Past. Strategy, you get 1 of each. So I think I'm going to activate this sheet again. I'm going to stick on navigation. I'm going to spend that research here, and now I have gravity drive, so I can explore through wormholes. And now I'll use that material to explore through this wormhole. So I'll go in here and I come out here. So now I'm really close to Mechatol Rex. That's good. And then I'll spend the influence to claim this relic. Let's grab the relic now. So let's draw a relic card. So I just draw the top one off the stack. We'll shuffle it though. These were shuffled, but I'll give it another quick shuffle now. So it should be, it's a big stack. I think there's 16 of them here, and each player can claim a max of 2. So hopefully I see one that's different than the last game. We have the Obsidian. Actually, this may be one that I saw in the last game. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But this is the Obsidian. It's worth 4 points, so let me write that down. So 4 points on this sheet. And you may play this relic after dice are rolled. Until the end of the round, you treat all focus dice as unlocked, and you can spend dice resources on inactive sheets. So that's super powerful. And the flavor text here says, "The black shard dripped with blood, some of it her own. What she'd done, she did for the Federation, for all of humankind." So I don't know, maybe that'd make more sense to me if I had played Twilight Imperium before, but okay, sounds neat. So we've got the Obsidian, we can spend that when we want, and now it's time to roll the dice. And we got a couple sets of doubles again. I think this is the same thing we just rolled a moment ago on the focus dice anyway, so interesting. So that's a single influence a double material and a double research. So with a couple of doubles in there, it might be a good idea to play that card now. Why not? Get an early advantage, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's play the Obsidian. I can play all of the focus dice as if I had them all unlocked, and I could spend dice resources on inactive sheets. Well, I think I'll probably spend them all on the active sheet. So this would allow me, these are 3 materials, 4, 5 materials plus 2 research. I can do 7 explorations and then claim 1 thing. So let's do this. For explorations, we've got 1, 2, I'm going to claim Mechatol Rex. 3, let's get this planet. Probably, we'll go 4, 5, because I would like to grab that later. And then 6, oops, so I can get that planet later. And I think I'm going to come down this way. I'm going to go 7. So that way I can easily grab this planet later, and then I can go through that wormhole and get to either that planet there, or I can come out over here towards that relic. That's probably a good way to go. So those are my 7 explorations, and then I can claim 1 thing. I'm claiming Mechatol Rex. So I got there first. I am the Titans of Ool. I suppose I should have used the orange marker for that, but that's okay. So now I get 3 delegate votes for that. So that's going to be down here. So I'll use yellow on this sheet. I claim 1, 2, 3 votes. That's nice and bright, definitely visible. And then 7 points for being the first one here. So we mark it right here, 7 points. We'll go back to this sheet for a moment. Let's see if this erases with the standard marker. Yeah, that comes off pretty easily. Hopefully not too easily. I think you just got to give it a minute to set in, but we'll rewrite that in orange just to stick with our test here. Titans of Ool. All right, so that was a pretty decent turn. Now let's go to the next card. And we have Fledgling Empire and 2 influence. I was kind of thinking I might move over to expansion now, but with 2 influence, I could claim 2 things here, and I think I probably should. So I might spend 1 more turn on navigation. So let's claim planets because I'm going to need them. Let's claim this one here and this one here. So now I can unlock up to 3 planets. That would be good. And now we roll. Man, this is the same thing on these 3 dice again. That's interesting. But I'd kind of like the AI to stop getting this double research. Go for the single one now, because I've already got Mechatol Rex. Now they're racing me towards this expansion one, which I haven't even started on. So cross that off, and cross out that one. And so I'm still on the navigation sheet, and I've got 2 more influence and a research, and the research allows me to do 1 more exploration. And I think that works out pretty good. I'm going to do my 1 explore action like this, and then my 2 claim actions. 1 will be this planet here, and the other will be this, I was going to say the special action, but I can't use it yet because I don't have any unlocked planets. So I suppose instead I'll just take this 2-pointer right here. So that is the end of that turn. Now we're going into stage 2, and we should have 1 more strategy event before we get either our first, I forget what they're called, but our need to vote, produce, or go to war. So we have Toward a New Home, and this one is going to be 3 materials. So it's time for me to activate the expansion sheet now, and I will cross off, I've already got this marker out, so we'll mix and match, I guess. I'm going to cross off that planet to unlock one of these planets, and let's just do this big one here. Let's cross that one off. And now I can spend 1, 2, 3 materials, and I think when I do use this effect, the 6 across here is the biggest one. That's the biggest row or column that I see. So I'm going to try and leave those blank so that I can get other benefits. So maybe I will do, let's see, which 3? I think 1, 2, 3. That looks pretty good. And because we have unlocked a planet, I also get to do my faction special ability once per round. When you unlock a planet, you may deploy one Hell Titan. So we're going to use the pink marker down here. This is the Awaken ability, and importantly, anomalies do not block its deployments. You can go right through anomalies. That's pretty cool. And so we know when that warfare comes up right now, the AI is attacking at 3. It could get up to it could get up higher, but I'm going to concentrate that whole Hell Titan on either one side or the other. And I think I'm going to go here on the left side, though I'm not very confident about that. But I'm going to go here. And so it's this configuration, and I gain the 1 point there. So there's my Hell Titan on the left, and that's also one non-infantry unit. So now I get to roll. Grab these. All right, we rolled something slightly different this time, at least from the focus dice perspective. So here is one of these, and then a single influence and a single material. And the AI does now immediately claim this expansion goal. So if I don't get it by the end of this turn, then I will have to come in second. And I am certainly not going to grab it by the end of this turn. So that's okay. I'm going to put this here to remind me so I don't forget. And now I can spend, what do I have? 2 influence and 1 material. And I'm on the expansion sheet. So let's do here 1 influence, 2 influence, and a material. And I could unlock another planet, but this awaken effect is only once per round, so I've already done it. I don't want to do it again the same round. So far I have claimed no assets on the expansion board, let alone 4 specific ones. So if I do achieve this later, I cannot get the 7 points, I can only get the 4. That's all that the AI does, is it reaches some of the goals first so that I can't score as much from them if I choose to reach them later. So now in terms of production and the council and warfare, I guess I'm not really ready for any of it. Warfare is probably the one I'm most ready for, and production would be pretty bad. I've ignored the industry sheet, but let's see what we get. We get war. Okay, this is border conflict. So we need to advance the deployment line. So that is now here. And on this side, I've got 5. On this side, I've got 0. I have not unlocked any bonuses or anything. And we're in stage 2. We can see the AI has a strength of 4. So the AI is going to beat me on the right side, so I get -1 point at the end. But I win on the left side, 5-4. So I can now unlock 1 influence focus die on 1 sheet. So let's go to the next strategy event. And a strong foundation. This one will give 2 influence. So do I want to stick on this sheet, or do I want to try and do a little bit on industry before we have either production or the council vote? And you know what? I think I'm going to stay here on expansion. Forget industry. So I'm going to spend my 2 influence probably here and here. And what else? I could unlock another planet. I might as well wait till after I roll. So let's go ahead and do that. So we've got a single research and a single influence and a double material. So that goes here. That is the navigation bonus. Ooh, and maybe I should have worked a little bit harder at that one, because you need to have 5 planets, and I've claimed 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably could have gotten that 5th if I had activated that sheet maybe this time. So whoopsie. So let's put that die here so I don't forget. I am on the expansion sheet, so claim these 3. 2 material, 1 influence. And here's what I'll do. I'm going to unlock another planet. So we cross that one off. So that means I can build another Hell Titan. So I'm going to do that right here above the deployment line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little circles. And so I've got a strength of 5 there now, and I claimed 2 more victory points on the way. And now I'm going to spend these. I'm going to spend them on this planet, though. I'm going to spend, let's see, I've got a couple material. I'm going to put 1 here and 1, I guess, here. And then there's an influence here. I'm going to redo that first material though. So we'll use the eraser. It smears a bit, but it came off okay. I'm going to put it here instead. There we go. And so that's the end of the turn. I did not achieve this. I probably should have. Maybe I should go back to navigation. All right. And now we flip the next card and we have council. Okay, I've got a chance on this one. Not a very good chance though. So we start by claiming votes. You get one by default. So I gain one more available vote. And now let's see what we're voting on. So take the first stage 2 agenda. This is how it works in solo. This one has a star, so that'll be the pass. And this one does not have a star. And it's just pass is first and fail is second. So if I have more votes than the AI, that's a little bit askew, huh? If I have more votes than the AI, then I gain the one which is starred, which is the motion passes. So in that case, the player who casts the most pass votes chooses a commodity type. Each player claims one trade good for each claimed commodity of that type in their industry grid. I have claimed 0 commodities, so that would not be of any use to me. If I fail to cast more votes than the AI, then I have to resolve this. On Warfare, each player crosses out the asset above the strength box for one future war. If they win that war, they do not claim an asset. So basically like one of these victory things for one future war. You know, that doesn't bother me that much. I know I'm not going to win all the wars, and I'm kind of on track here to get both of these special blue assets, so I don't really need this blue asset. So I'm going to cast 0 votes. And the AI casts 1 by default, and then we roll one of these black dice. And again, materials is going to give them 0 extra votes. Influence will give them 1 extra, and research will give them 2 extra. So they start at 5 and then get 0 extra. So 5 votes to 0 votes, I lose. So on Warfare, I'm just going to cross out this asset. I cannot earn it, but I can still, I guess, get the loss, but I think that's okay. So that just makes it a little bit easier for me to focus on the left side and not worry too much about it. So those are the level or stage 2 agenda cards, and that was the council vote. So we know next is going to be production. I'm in bad shape for that too, but let's reveal the next strategy card, and it will give us 1 research. This is relics discovered. And you know what? I think I'm going to go back to navigation. So I can do 1 explore with that research, and I'm going to go, as I said earlier, from this planet into the wormhole and come out up here, because there's a lot of good stuff up here. 2 points and another planet and another relic. I kind of want to go that way. So now we're going to roll. Oh, wow. And look at that. Okay. So single, single, single on those 3 tracks. So 1 research, and we've already done our vote. So we're up here now, and we're up here now because we've already had our war. Let's just draw a line through these so I don't forget. And I still have this 1 blue commodity or influence focus die to spend, and I was thinking I might spend it here if I needed to, but I really don't because I ended up getting a lot of influence. So I can claim 3 things, and I'm not super interested in the commodities, so there's only really 3 things worth claiming as far as I can see. There's a couple points up here, and a couple points over here. And then this effect, so my faction special effect, which I use right away, so I can terraform. So on the expansion sheet, cross out all resource icons in 1 row or column of an unlocked planet. So I'm going to pick this row here, cross out all resource icons. So I immediately now have one of these blue special resources, but also now this is done, so that gets me... that's a delegate, so that gets me a vote. So let's underline that. What else do we get? Another special blue asset here. We finished that column, so we get one of those diamond commodities. And I think that's... Oh, and this... No, I need a research for that. Okay, so 1 diamond commodity is the last thing. So we can cross out one of those. So that was pretty decent. Let's go to the next card, which we know is going to be a production card. So redefine trade routes. And I am not going to gain any trade goods. I haven't unlocked any of this, not even this first one that just needs the 1 circle. So maybe next time. So now we're going into stage 3. And we've got maximum yield. I can spend 3 materials somewhere. And you know what? I think I'm going to go down to warfare. So I'm going to spend all 3 of these on a cruiser. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. That gets me a point, and I can deploy a cruiser. And the max power during stage 3 for the AI is going to be 7, and I've got 5 here. So if I put that cruiser entirely in this quadrant here, then that'll guarantee a victory. So let's do that. And I'm going to put it 1, 2, 3. So it's next to that Hell Titan. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3 of the ships that I've built out of the 6 needed for that non-infantry unit armada goal. And now we roll. All right, and we've got a double material, a single research, and a single influence. So double material goes here, single influence goes here, single research goes here. So the AI has finally made it to Mechatol Rex. Okay, they don't get any sort of bonus for that. And then I've got 2 material and 1 research. And it's too bad I haven't unlocked dreadnoughts yet. That would have been nice. And let's spend some money here. I've got these special blue resources. I've got 2 of them over on this sheet. I'm going to spend them both to get a PDS and a cruiser. So here and here, which also gets me another point. And so I think I'll do the cruiser first. I'll do the cruiser here. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll do the PDS, this shape, over here. And I'll go 1, 2, 3. And I guess I'll go here. 4. All right. And now I still have 3 other resources I can spend, and I'm going to spend them all on infantry. So I'm going to put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So I'm getting ready for future wars. So I know I'm going to win this one. This one I've got 4 power or 4 strength. This one I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty good. And I'll probably build 1, if not 2 more Hell Titans before we get to that stage 4 war. So I'm in pretty good shape there. I've built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non-infantry units. So I'm 1 more away from getting Armada, and I've got some time, before the AI claims that one. So I'm in pretty good shape. Let's see what the next event is. We've got production. Okay, that one won't do anything for me. That one is bustling economies. I still have not claimed any trade goods. So now we go to the next strategy event. Border defense, we've got 2 influence. So I think I've got to head over to expansion for this one. So let's spend the 2 influence. We'll spend here and here, which actually does not unlock anything yet, but those are pretty crucial. And now we roll. And now we finish out our double material track. We get 1 influence that's going to affect the vote, and 1 research. So pushing towards that military goal, but I'm gonna get that warfare goal first. I'm certain of that. So now I've got 2 more influence and a material to spend. That's pretty good. So let's put the material here, and that gets me 1 population. Finally get 1 of those. And it also completes this column, so I get 1 triangle asset. So I get 1 asset here. And I've got, 1 more influence to spend? Ooh, but I just noticed I also have this population here. I don't know when I gain that. It hasn't affected anything, but I should count it. Another population. Okay. 1 more influence. Where am I going to put that? So I believe I just crossed off 1 and then a material. So I guess let's put that here. And then I'm also going to claim another planet. Let's do this one down here. Let's unlock this one. So to do that, I need to spend 1 of these planets. And now that's the first time I've done that this turn, so I can deploy another Hell Titan on the Wartear board. And anomalies do not block its deployment. So let's just deploy over these anomalies right here, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that brings my strength in that future battle to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty good. And I have now deployed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 non-infantry units. So I gain the Armada goal or objective. So that is worth 7 points for me because I got there first. So all right, that was this turn. Let's see what the next event is. We are going into war. This is when diplomacy fails. So the AI strength is currently, I think I calculated the voting and the strength wrong last time. Current AI strength is 4. It's the number above the rightmost crossed off number. So we're in stage 3. They've got 4 strength. I didn't even try here. I had 0. So I'm going to get the -1 point, but I knew I couldn't get the bonus anyway. On this side, though, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8 is greater than 4. So I win and I claim another planet. But it does not gain me the Prospector objective because that is claim 5 planet systems on navigation. And that is my 5th planet, but it is obviously on the Warfare card. That's all right. I'm sure I'll use it. Let's move the deployment line up now and eliminate what remains here. So I think I'm doing pretty well overall on military. I could see winning 6 out of the 8 battles. I could see winning both of these and then potentially 2 more. So let's go to our next strategy event. And it's Technological Frontier, and it's 1 Research. And I think I'm going to go down to Industry this time, because I feel like I should do that at least once this game. And so I can claim 1 unmarked space. Well, no, is that what I'm going to do? No, actually, I think I'm going to go back to navigation. There's just a lot of good stuff on that sheet, and I should be aiming for it. I'd like to get that relic, and then coming down this way to get the points would probably be good too. So the 1 research I'm going to use to explore to go towards this system here, and if I can claim it, then I can at least get 3 points for Prospector still. So now let's roll. And the AI gets a single research and a single influence and a double material. So the single research goes here. They're just going to claim warfare now, which I've already done. The 1 influence is going to be a vote. And the double material, that track is already full, so it just goes up here to the single material and adds to the stage 4 war strength. And we'll go ahead and flip this now, just to show that the AI has achieved it, but it doesn't really matter because I already got it. And what can I spend? I've got 2 influence and 1 material, so I can explore once and claim 2 things. That works out really well. That's exactly what I wanted. So let's explore 1 and claim 1, 2. And so I just got my 5th planet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I still get 3 points for Prospector. Not as much as if I had been first, but it's better than nothing. Now I also gain a relic. So this one is Nano Forge. It's worth 4 points. Let's mark that down. So another 4 points here. Okay. And let's start with the flavor text at the bottom. It says, "The planet heaved and shuddered as it merged with the nanoforge, sputtering as its atmosphere became breathable for the first time." That's kind of cool. Seems in line with the Titans of Ul, who are, terraformers. And it says, "You may play this relic when expansion becomes active. Choose a resource type, so either materials, influence, or research, and cross out 2 icons of that type on each unlocked planet." Oh, that's unbelievably helpful. I am going to expansion next. That is really cool. Okay, so I spent my 3 resources, and it's time for the next event cards. This is the last stage 3 event. It is a council event. We haven't voted yet, so partisan maneuvering. So we are going here to the stage 3 cards. This one does the pass does not have an asterisk by it. This fail does. So if I achieve more votes than the AI, which is starting at stage 3, starting at 5 votes. So if I do outvote the AI, then I claim 1 trade good on industry for each war that I've won. So I get 2 trade goods. If I fail to outvote the AI, then on warfare, each player crosses out all of their unbuilt cruisers. So no more cruisers. Those units cannot be built. That wouldn't be the end of the world for me. But this might be my only shot at trade goods, so I guess I should try and outvote the AI. So again, the AI starts at 5, and then I roll one of these, and it'll end up with either 5, 6, or up to 7 votes. And I've got 2 delegates here, so I gain 2 more votes to use. I do need to outvote the AI. I can't tie it. So I should probably use 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of my 8, which means I won't really be able to vote next time unless something changes. But yeah, I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and hope that I don't roll a research. I think that's probably a good gamble. No research. So the AI starts at 5 and adds 2. So I did not outvote the AI. So what I did effectively do is completely waste 7 votes. I should have just spent the 8th. Okay, so I did not outvote the AI. So on Warfare, each player crosses out all of their unbuilt cruisers. Those units cannot be built. Fine. So cross out that and that. I can't build those cruisers. It's not the end of the world. I'm more annoyed about the wasted votes, really, because I'm not gaining that many votes right now. So that's effectively going to lock me out of the final vote, which is not very good because I don't know what it's going to be. All right. That was it for stage 3. We're going into stage 4 now. Let's see the first strategy event. It's Desperate Measures. So I'm going to activate Expansion, and I will play Nano Forge this time. So let's just do that right away. You may play this relic when Expansion becomes active. Choose a resource type. I'm going to choose Research and cross out 2 icons of that type on each unlocked planet. And I suppose before I do that, I'm going to unlock one more planet. I'm going to unlock this one, and that means I got to cross off. Let's cross off. We'll just do it up here. That one, okay. So now I'm going to cross off 2 research from each unlocked planet. So this one's only got 1. This one has 1, 2. This one has 2. And this one has 1, 2. And this planet's now complete. So I gain 1 more delegate. So that's going to be a vote. And then 2 more population. So population, and this special yellow asset. And we'll claim that delegate now, so I'll get an extra vote. I'm going to need that. So that was really cool. I won't get any more relics. I'll flip them face up. I know that they've both been spent. What else now? All I've done is activate the sheet, unlock a planet, and use my relic. I've not spent these 3 resources yet. And I think I'm going to go there. So I get this special red asset. So I've got a red, a yellow, and a couple blues. So if I can get the special green one on one of those planets, then I'll get Technocrat. So what was that? That was one of these. I have 2 more to spend, and I think I will spend them probably here and here, so that I have a chance to get some more population and another vote potentially. So now we roll. And we've got single research, well, a single of everything. So the single research track is full, so that just goes to the double research track, but there's no more rewards on that one anyway, so it's kind of moot. Research is kind of done. The 1 influence goes here. And the 1 material is going to be war strength. Okay. Oh, and I suppose I did unlock another planet, so I can build another Hell Titan. So that's cool. So just looking, the next war, the current strength is 5. And I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm in good shape there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. So I should probably build the Hell Titan on this side somewhere, just to make sure that I'm victorious. So we know the max power for the AI at stage 4 is going to be 9. And I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I'll build it here and go 7, 8, 9, 10. I can ignore the anomaly. And then 1 goes up into there. I got to start building for that final war too. So I'm guaranteed victory here. This one is, what did I say, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So at worst, I'm going to tie there. So I'm in pretty good shape. And now I still have things I can spend on my expansion board, because that is the one that is active. So I've got 2 materials and 1 research. And that research is not especially useful, but I've only got 1 more planet to unlock, and I've got 1 here and 1 here that I've earned. So I'm going to cross out this planet to build this space dock, and now I've got a green research die I can apply somewhere. And I'm going to apply it here. So that's been used. So now I can spend this. So now I've got 2 research to spend and 2 material. And so I'm going to spend the 2 research here. No, that's not what I meant. Well, you know what? That's fine. I'll keep it. I was thinking maybe neural motivator would be better, but I'll keep it there. So these are spent. 2 material. Let's put 1 here, because that'll get me another population. So that's starting to go up in point value. And we'll spend the other one here, because that's at the intersection of another council delegate and the special green resource, which is the last one that I need to get technocrat. So these have been spent. Let's go to the next event. We're in stage 4. We have the council. Okay, I think this is going to go badly. So I've got 1, 2, 3 more votes available, which means a max number of votes of 4, and the AI is voting at minimum 4 votes. So it is not possible for me to win this council event, which is not a super fun position to be in, but let's see. This was pass. This one doesn't have an asterisk, so we need to draw a new one. So if I had been able to try and outvote the AI, then if I was successful, each player claims 1 trade good on industry for every 3 population they've claimed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would have gotten 1 trade good. Not huge. So I'm going to lose. So what is going to happen here? The player who casts the most pass votes chooses a unit type. So I assume one of these. Each player crosses out all victory points for built units of that type on warfare. So again, the most votes I could cast is 4. The minimum that the AI will cast is 4. So I can't beat the AI. Technically, they cast 4. So, and I cast 0 because I didn't even cross any out. I don't get any bonus for those unused ones, but I lose. So the one that's going to be most detrimental to me is crossing out these points on cruisers. So I don't get those 2 victory points. So, okay, it's just what it is. I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're just going to keep going. Next strategy event is rightful claim. We get 2 influence to spend, and I'm going to spend those, I think, back here on the expansion board. So I'm going to take... I was thinking about crossing off these 2 and finishing that planet, but I would get the 1 population, which is good, but then 1 counselor. I don't need votes anymore. Oh, I guess that would give me 3 victory points. And another blue asset, which I don't know if that would do much for me. Because my other option is to go here and then get that special green resource immediately, and that'll get me 4 points for technocrat. But you know what? I think the points are better here, so I'm going to cross off those 2 influence. Now I get 1 population, so that's 2 points, 1 blue resource to spend, and then 1 more delegate. And that delegate, even though we're not going to vote again, gets me 3 victory points. So now we roll. All right, we've got a single of each. So I cross off 1 here. That's kind of already done. And 1 here. And I guess since that track is done, I'll go ahead and cross 1 off there. That seems like the right thing to do, even though it doesn't have the iconography for it, similar to those. So, okay, I can spend an influence and 2 materials, and I've got my research die unlocked, so 1 research. And you know what? That's pretty good. I'm going to spend the research here, and oops, that's the wrong marker. Let's fix that. Spend the research here, and then unlock 1 influence die. And I guess I've had an influence die unlocked this whole time. Just haven't used it. That was kind of foolish, but let's cross this off and use it here. So this has been spent, but now I have access to this. So I can spend 2 influence and 2 materials. So the influence, I'll spend 1, 2, gain the green asset, and now I've got green, I've gotten blue, I think I've gotten the red one. There's the yellow one. Oh, have I not gotten red? Oh, no, I have. There it is. Okay. So I've gotten all of them. So that's 4 influence for that objective now, or 4 victory points. I'm not sure what it's called. So those are these 2, and now I've still got 2 materials to spend. And I think I'll cross off this one and this one to try and unlock my faction's terraform ability again, which I have not gotten as much as I thought that I might. And then while we're on this sheet, let's spend that planet asset to unlock this last planet, which means I can build one more Hell Titan. And I've determined I'm already guaranteed victory here. And if I have one more here, I'm guaranteed victory there. So let's put 1 there and then build the rest of it upward. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that got me another population. So that gets me another couple of points here on this sheet. And let's see what our next event is. This is stage 4, war. Okay, so I know I'm in good shape on this one. On the left, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on the right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 power on either side. And the AI is at 7. So I'm going to win both of these. So I gain 1 more of these green assets, and I unlock 1 of the pink die, 1 of the materials die. So good for me. We cross out the stage 4 war track, and we advance the deployment line. And I think I got to do a little bit more work on warfare to win that final battle. So the AI starts at 4 strength, but we know just this next strategy event, it'll go up at least once. They'll probably be up to 8, if not 10. My current power here is 4 and 1, so I got some work to do, and I have no more Hell Titans to deploy. So let's take a look at this next strategy event. Forbidden Knowledge, we've got 1 research to spend, and I'm going down to the warfare board. And I've already determined I've got an influence focus die and a materials focus die. I'm going to unlock both of those on this sheet. And I've got 1 research to spend, and I've got, let's see, I've got all sorts of special resources, a yellow and a green and a red. I'm going to use the green and red to unlock these 2 ship types and the yellow to get transit diodes. So the 1 research I'm going to spend here on a dreadnought, put it towards a dreadnought anyway, and now we roll. And we get a single blue. That track is done, so I'm going to put it towards this track. I think that's, again, the right thing to do. Single research, both those tracks are done, so just ignore it. And then a single material, which goes here. So the final battle strength is up to 8 for the AI. And now I can spend, looks like I've got a material, an influence, a research, plus I've unlocked this die and this die, so I've got a couple of extras. So let's spend, I think, the 2 influence on a PDS. 1, 2. I'm going to build that here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my strength in that battle is up to 5 right now, and I've got to beat 6 currently, but probably I need to get it higher than that. And this might be a bad idea, but I'm going to spend this research towards a war sun. I don't know if I'll ever make that happen. And I'm going to spend these 2 materials on the rest of this dreadnought. So that's 2 points. And where do I want to deploy that? I think I'm going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3 in this sort of T configuration here. So now what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I have transit diodes. So per active, deploy 2 infantry. Each infantry must be adjacent to another unit and can be deployed below the deployment line. So I'm going to deploy 1 here adjacent to that dreadnought. That gets me a point. And yeah, also 1 here adjacent to that PDS. That gets me a point. So total strength now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looking pretty good here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not too bad there. If I can get a war sun, though, that would be awesome. So I would just deploy it right there in the middle. There's a spot for it. So, all right, let's see what our next event is. This is production. And again, I will produce no trade goods. So that's that. And now this will be the last strategy event. And then we know we're going into war in the final turn. So this is Stage 5, the only stage 5 card we're going to get, we've got 2 influence. Ooh, and this is a little tricky. And if I had an extra turn, I would go to expansion, spend it here to activate this, to go here, to get this red asset to do another dreadnought. That would be super cool, but I'm not going to make it back to expansion. That's too bad. We know we're ending with war, and I got to go to warfare then. So the question is, do I spend those 2 influence on a PDS? That would be a sure thing. Or do I put them toward a war sun? Because there's no guarantee I'm going to get that extra research that I need. So I think I'm going to put them towards the PDS, but I think I'm going to deploy it in such a way that I could have a war sun if I were still able to pull it off somehow. So let's spend 1, 2 influence. I'm going to put the PDS over here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, grab that population, and 4 in that configuration. So population, there's another 2 points there. And now we roll for the final time, and we know that war strength is going to go up. So we get a single green, we have nowhere to use it. A single blue, I think I'm going to put that here, which is still not enough to get industry. And then a single red, single materials is going to go there. So that war strength is going to be 8 going into the final battle. And what am I? I keep counting these over and over. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm winning there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm winning in both of those. So guaranteed victory, but I can still spend these and these. And hey, look at that. I've got 2 of those and 1 of those and 1 of those. That will get me a war sun, which is pretty cool. So there's the research, the materials, and the 2 influence. And I can still build it. That gets me 4 points, so that is worth it. Using the wrong marker again, we're going to live with it. Let's go back to pink here. So I got to draw this shape, and I do have enough space for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 like that. So it's just split down the middle, a little bit of extra strength, and more importantly, the 4 points. And now I still have 1 of these I can spend. I can't do that in such a way that I'll get any points, I don't think. And then I still have transit diodes. So each infantry must be adjacent to another unit and can be deployed below the deployment line. Well, I don't know about this one blue one, but as for the transit diodes, this is below the deployment line and adjacent to another unit. So let's deploy 1 infantry there just to gain another point. And I don't have a way to get to any of these other bonuses that I've missed. So I'm just going to deploy 1 infantry there and 1 infantry there. I don't really need them, but that's fine. So now I'm done, and we go to the final event, a throne for the taking. So we have war. So we have 8 is the number to beat, and our final totals are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's pretty strong. And this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we managed to do a lot. Those are both greater than 8, so that's going to be another 6 total points at the end. And speaking of the end, that's where we are now. So let's total it all up. So we'll start on the navigation sheet here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 7 is 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 on this sheet. Plus the objective was 3, so that's 24 is the subtotal for navigation. We go to expansion now, and I think all the points are just here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 4 is 16 on expansion. Industry should be pretty quick to add up. I don't have any leftover trade goods because I never gained any, so I've got 3 points here. I didn't do the objective, and that's it. That's all I got. That's pretty terrible. 0 and 3, so a total of 3 on industry. So as I said, you can't claim that I played the same as last time since I focused so hard on that sheet previously. So let's go to warfare now. We got 7 for the objective, and then what these 2 got crossed out. We don't get those points. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11, 10. We've got a couple negatives. 10, and then in the middle, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 for the sheet. Plus 7 is 26 is that subtotal. And when we add all those subtotals up, my grand total is 69 points. So I'll write that here. That's my final score. And playing on hard mode, that is not quite going to be enough. If you recall, we need at least 80. So the previous two games I played once on easy with Hakan, once on medium with Hakan, and now once on hard with Titans of Ul. And my previous scores had both been in the mid-90s, but I had focused a lot on this industry sheet, and I think I had maxed out this section down here both times. So I think there's 27 points here to be had that I did not touch at all. And that by itself is more than any other single sheet, not including the fact that I had leftover trade goods that were also worth points, and I had worked on that objective. So that industry sheet is pretty strong, and trying to focus more on the others did not do enough to make up the difference, at least this time through. And in addition to it being strong for the points down here, 2/3 of the non-strategy events really have to do with the industry sheet, because you can get a couple of votes from up here. You can get a couple counselors and get some votes. That's how I managed to get these, but there's plenty of votes down here, and then all the commodity stuff for trade goods. So everything for production is going to mostly come from here. I got a little bit from navigation, but that didn't really help. I suppose I could have gotten some from expansion, but not much. So not quite as strong playing the way that I did, but I do think I leaned into what the Titans of Ul do, at least this awaken ability. I mean, I used it as many times as I could. I got as many of those Hell Titans as I could put down, and I just didn't unlock Terraform as much as I thought I might, because it occurs to me now I never spent that one, and that's too bad. Or maybe I did and just never crossed it out, because I know I did use that ability once and I crossed out that whole row, and that's not crossed out, and I don't see another one that I've earned. So hopefully I did that right. But yeah, I almost got that one. Faction-specific Terraform ability. I was kind of close to getting that one. I missed this one in the very beginning. Maybe I should have built on the right side instead of the left. So that's too bad. And then there was obviously one on this sheet that I never even went for. So pushing that a little bit harder may have been helpful. But I still had a good time. I enjoyed the puzzle. The asymmetry is cool. I didn't really feel it that much, especially, well, I didn't even really touch this sheet. This sheet felt very similar to the symmetrical side. I think it's minimal differences, because all these costs are the same. All the technologies are always the same. So it's just sort of the rewards and where the anomalies are. Mathematically, this sheet was all of these navigation sheets are pretty similar. But the layout was very different. With Mechatol Rex being up in that corner and my home being down in that corner, it felt different. This one didn't feel terribly different, but some of these are quite different from each other. And this one, it looks pretty different from the symmetrical side, but I can't really say because I didn't really interact with it. But anyway, that was a good time. Still glad I played. I've got a few other things to learn about this game, I feel like, but it's still enjoyable. And I'd play it again if you wanted to see another faction and some other sheets. If that's the case, let me know in the comments. Just let me know what it is you want to see, and then I'll try and get it to the channel at some point. And then finally, I think these other markers were just fine. I think it was successful. So I was trying not to touch some stuff as I played the game, not any more than usual. But I wasn't intentionally trying to smear, but just out of curiosity, now that the game's over, they hold up okay if you were to gently sort of graze over it. But I do think, I've got a regular paper towel here, which is how you erase this game. Yeah, these come off just fine. So there are viable alternatives out there if you're worried about the longevity of your markers for this game. So now you know, that's been tested. So that's what I've got this time for you on Table for One. I had a really good time playing. I hope you had a good time watching. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.